What is the best way to grow your card collection in Magic Arena? Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles, and welcome to my discussion on Magic Arena and how best to grow your collection. Now, we're going to be discussing this from the perspective of someone who's not spending any money on the game, okay? So you're on the grind to build your collection without spending the cash. So obviously, if you're buying gems or things like that, you can apply this logic in a different way if you want. So, in terms of resources, if you're someone who's not spending money on Magic Arena, there's two types of currency in the game. There's gold, which is the currency the game gives you, and there's gems, which the game gives you in tiny amounts and you can purchase. And when it comes to buying individual extra booster packs and entering certain events, you can only do so with gems. Gold is the more limited currency, but interestingly enough, there's no way to purchase gold. It is still limited in quantity. So there are a number of ways to build your gold up. You can play in constructed events and try and win a number of games to get gold that way. Also, there are the daily quests that will provide you upwards of 1,000 gold in a day. Now, how do you use that gold though? Once you have that gold, because that's what you're getting as someone who's not spending your money, how do you use that gold to most efficiently build your collection? The reason I'm talking about this is I was at the game store yesterday talking with this guy Kirk, and hey Kirk, if you're here, hello Kirk, and talking with him over it made me realize not everybody is aware of how effective drafting is as a strategy for improving your collections. Because Kirk was diving into the constructed events over and over, right? And he's winning some gold and stuff. But the problem that I have with the constructed events is you only win a bit of gold and 2 cards. And one of those cards, yes, they can be guaranteed to be a rare, but it doesn't build your collection nearly fast enough, in my opinion. And also, it does nothing to contribute to your wild cards. So to me, the absolute best option for building your collection are magic drafts. And I'll explain to you why. For 5,000 gold, you get into a magic draft, which means you can easily pull together the gold to get into one of these drafts each week. And also, you can get into one for 750 gems as well. But we're talking specifically about playing for free. So for 5,000 gold, you get into a draft. Now, these drafts are robo drafts. And what that means is you are not drafting against 7 other people. It is you and the computer. And what happens is, if you're aware of what a draft is normally, you open a booster pack, you select a card, and you hand the pack off to the next person, who will then select a card. Well, because this is a robo draft, what happens is, all the other selections made in the draft, every other selection is done automatically and randomly. So it has nothing to do with the power level of the cards. It's absolutely random. Like if you were doing a draft and you had to die roll and pick the cards, as opposed to getting to select for yourself. And what this means is you can get a lot of amazing cards thrown at you bonus in a draft. In the draft, you're going to open 3 15-card booster packs. And on top of adding these cards to your collection, it allows you to focus on what you're building. Like, for example, when I started, I was playing a red build in Arena. So when I started drafting, I would prioritize sometimes picking cards that weren't even in the colors I was playing in the draft to get a red card for my deck. Like, for example, I really wanted Goblin Bannerets for my deck. So even though I was playing green-black in a particular draft, I actually snagged a Goblin Banneret that came by because I wanted it for my collection. So it's a nice way to be able to grab little bits. Instead of just opening a few packs and having what you get in there like a sealed pool, you get to narrowly focus down on what you're selecting from these packs, which gives you an advantage of getting more cards in the colors that you want to play. On top of that, because of the random selection, it's an epic way to increase the number of rares and mythic rares in your collection. And those are hard to acquire, right? You have to turn the things that you're going to have to spend the wild cards on to get the cards you really want are your rares and your mythic rares. So getting as many rares and mythic rares as humanly possible without having to spend any wild cards is your goal. And that is best accomplished through the drafts. You get those cards. I have had, in the first draft I did, no word of a lie, I was handed 2 Planeswalkers. Like, it was like 3rd pick and 5th pick. I got like a Vivian and a Liliana. And I was like, oh, what? And I got some, it's just happened in a bunch. What we're actually going to do is I'll do a demonstration draft, and we'll hope that some craziness happens. Because I want to walk you through how I do it in case you're not familiar with it. I don't want you to feel like you're doing it wrong. There's no wrong way to do this. Remember, the gold is free, and it doesn't matter if you don't end up with a deck that works at the end. If you even just scrub all the way to the draft, that's okay. Because the purpose of the draft was to open those booster packs and get the maximum from them. And on top of that, even if you scrub out and lose every single game in the draft, you will still get at least one booster pack and 50 gems. So drafts not only are the best way to build your collection, but they're the pathway from gold to gems. So if you like to do constructed, that's fine, play constructed. But use that as a path to build up the gold to play in drafts. Because drafts are the true collection building path. So I said I'm going to walk you through one. We'll hop over right now. I waited to do a Dominaria draft because I haven't done a single Dominaria draft. So we're walking in blind, guys. I have no draft experience with Dominaria, so I do not know what the correct picks are. I wanted to ease you guys in a way where none of you would feel bad. I don't want to sit there and go, these are the best picks you need to make. This is just a total draft done to build collection only and as a side effect to build a deck for the draft. So let's dive on in and I'll show you how I did it, my friends. All right, here we are with the visual demonstration. So you can see the options are over here. We're just going to select the basic draft Dominaria because I don't want to confuse you guys with anything all wonky. So you select the event, right? And down here are your payment options. So you make sure you have 5,000 gold. You click 5,000 gold and you're in. All right. And then you will be displayed the packs like this. Now, the way that I do it, like I said before, is I make sure that I'm always just grabbing the rares to build my collection because I have nothing from Dominaria. So, Demon Lord Belzenlock, on top of being an amazing card to actually have in the draft, is just something Snap keeps. So, we'll grab him. Now, you can see in the second pack, oh, this is where this is a crappy rare, but I am collecting rares. I am rare drafting. That's what I'm doing. So, I'm going to snag this precog field. All right, so now that we're past having any rares, this is where you actually just kind of look at it and look for things you might either want for the decks that you're playing in real life or your draft deck, depending on what your focus is. If you're focused more on acquiring things outside of the draft or in it. Since there's not really anything super here that I'm looking for any of my decks, I'm probably just going to pick something for my draft build. And I think that the most enticing options right now are Chainer's Torment and Opt. And I think I'm going to pick Chainer's Torment just because I think that it's probably going to have more of an impact overall. So right now it looks like I'm playing black-blue, but that could easily shift up depending on what comes up too, right? All right, so now these options are... It becomes easier to pick as you go along because you're looking, okay, well, if I'm playing black or blue, oh, man, if I got a bunch of these Homered Explorers, I could mill the entirety of my opponent's deck away. That could be fun. Snag up some of those. All right. So, we're still going black-blue. For the rest of this pack, I'm going to stick black-blue because I don't think I'm going to see too much that's going to excite me. So, we've got Artificer's Assistant, Demonic Vigor, and Drudge Sentinel. Ooh. These are all interesting. I mean, I like this because it boosts a creature and gets you the creature back. I like this because it's a flying dude, and flying's always nice. What do we got? We've got one creature, two creatures, a little bit of... All right. I'm going to go with... This seems like it could be really obnoxious to deal with. I'm going to snag him, actually. Now, this is my first draft, so this is how you learn, guys. You learn by grabbing cards you think will be decent, and then in play you go, oops, I made an error. All right, is there anything in here that I actually want for my deck? Do I want this for my deck today? Put two of them in here and the other in the graveyard. Look at the top three cards. All right, whatever. Ooh, Lingering Phantom. That's just beefy. That's okay. And whenever you cast a historic spell, you can get him back. Alright. We may not have many historic spells, but either way, seems okay. Oh, another Homered Explorer. Hell yeah, boy. Alright, so what do we got here? We got Sorceress Wand. This deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker if it's a wizard. Oh, it's only player planeswalker, not a creature, so that's not super exciting. 1/3, let you cast dudes. 5/5, Death Touch. We're going to need some lower cost dudes, I think. So we'll grab the Vidalian here. Alright, now we've got these ones around. Get 2 creature cards back. Who cares? Demonic Vigor or Artificer's Assistant. A little bit of boosting. Let's go with that. And yeah, why not? Let's grab another one. And another Blessing. Okay, so we've got some creature boosts now. We've got a lot of creature boosts now. Now we go into the second pack, and we're back to looking for rares first. Antiquities War. Well, this is probably not going to do much for me, but you never know. Oh, nice! We got handed a decent rare. Tashar. Sweet. Thanks, bro. And another rare. This is what I'm talking about. We've got 5 rares now from the 2 booster packs. This is pretty solid, boys. It's a nice way to build my collection. And now we got 2 precog fields. Okay, so now we're back to actually picking for our deck. What do we got in terms of options? We got Deep Freeze, which will take a creature out and turn it into a wall, which is fantastic. Or a Cabal Paladin, whenever you cast a historic spell. You know what? Just to have some answers to what they have, I'm going with Deep Freeze. Alright, what do we got here? We got Thalid Soothsayer. Ooh, sack and draw a card. That could help in a nice landlocked kind of game. Telling us color, who cares? Rat colonies only go with multiple rat colonies. No, it's definitely going to be the Thalid Soothsayer out of this pack. Alright. Now, what do we got for options? We got Relic Runner, can't be blocked if you cast a historic spell. But also 2 mana for a 2/1. Enchanted Permanent has Hexproof. Nope, that's definitely not a choice. So it boils down to these two. And we already have a Drud Sentinel. And I don't actually know how good the Drud Sentinel is going to be, so I'm going to go with Relic Runner. Since I've never done Dominaria drafts, I don't have any information to draw on. Oh, this guy could do this. This feels like you could use him to really mess some stuff up, feeding your other creatures to him and get him boosty. So I'm going to go with him. Rescue or... Oh, Unwind. An actual counterspell? Yeah, we'll take that. That's solid. Well, pretty easy when you only have one option there. Arcane Flight or Unwind. I mean, this only stops non-creature spells. And we're going to face a lot of creature spells. And this gives +1/+1 and flying. And that evasion is pretty hefty. I'm going with that. Alright, and because we already have a lot of creature boost spells, I'm going to pick the Cabal Paladin. And another Cabal Paladin. And hey, you know, as a gift, that's perfectly fine. We can put that in our deck. Tempest Djinn. We're playing blue! Oh, we're playing blue! Wow, that's not too shabby. The 3 blue will make it hard to cast, but man, it could totally have a nice effect. Alright, so, what do we got for options down here? Oh, destroy target creature, thank you. Oh! Oh! Got handed a History of Benalia, boys. That's dirty McDirty. I mean, we're not playing white, but still. Cast down? Oh! Yes, please. Well, let's look at the other options. No, it's definitely cast down. We got a nice bit of creature kill now. Ooh, we could have 2 rat colonies. Or what's this one here? When this guy enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard and you gain 3. Oh, you gain life and he's a flyer. Interesting. 2 rat colonies. Or Arcane Flight. You know what? I'm going to try with the Acolyte. See how he works. Alright. Coldwater Snapper for a big, fat, untargetable. We don't have a lot of late game beef. Let's grab a little bit of late game beef. Do I want you? The flying. It's the flying that makes him attractive to me. Oh! What? What? That's amazing. Alright, well, I mean, in this one, do we want the wall? Or do we want Unwind? Ooh, this could really mess things up and stick around, but... Nah, we'll take the counterspell. Oh, Arcane Flight, thank you. Oh, wait. When this enters the battlefield, return another historic permanent you control to zone. Do I want to grab this just so I actually have a historic permanent? Nah, I want this boost. Alright, we'll go Divest. What do we want from you two? Drudge Sentinel, we already have one. How many 2-cost guys do we have? 1, 2, 3. Like 3 2-cost dudes. I'm gonna go with another 2-cost dude. Oh man, that makes me feel like I should have grabbed that other rat colony earlier to have 3 of them. Alright, so that moves you into the deck construction part. You can handle that part on your own. I just wanted to lead you through the draft so you see how I do it. Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? And it definitely cranks up the number of rares and such you're getting. And on top of that, the booster packs that you win at the end, those 8-card packs are the only kind of packs that increase the wild card meters. The 15-card packs don't. The ICR, the individual card rewards that you win from other events, do not. So the only way to get wild cards is to get those booster packs. So it's a nice little bonus added to the draft. So for me, it's the absolute best path to build your collection. Now, if you have a different way to do it, you've got something better that for some reason I haven't figured out, let me know in the comments because I'm genuinely curious. This is the best situation that I could come up with looking at all the numbers and everything that's currently available in Arena. So this may change if different events come along or they change the way the numbers work. But for now, drafts for me are the best way to go. And another nice note about drafts is at the top 2 levels of draft, you actually win enough to play another entire draft. You don't have to win all 7. You can win 6 and still come out ahead. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for coming by, and it's time to check in with the 6-color magic.
And together,
we are the sixth color of magic.
All right. There's one thing left to do, and that is to roll the golden scroll. The people who have my back on Patreon, my golden lords and golden ladies. Speaking of ladies, welcoming Amy Summers. Thanks for joining up on my Patreon. You will see your name at the end of the golden scroll. That leaves one thing for us to do, my friends, and that is to offer you up some more entertainment. So, do you want to watch this, or do you want to watch this? Hail to the king, baby!